Good morning students. I hope you are all fine at home. In previous class we revised the monthly portion. Today we are going to the new chapter called algebra. Okay, in this chapter we are going to see the first topic about partial fraction. Okay, so in partial fractions there are three types of that. The first one is about determination contains non-repeated linear fractions. The next one is about linear factors repeated n times. That is, for example, x plus 2 whole square. It is repeated 2 times. Okay. Then about quadratic factors which cannot be factorized into linear fraction. About these three things we have to see today. Okay. So first we revise the example sum in our morning sessions. Afternoon we are going to see about the exercise in 2.1. Let me see about the example sums. Okay students, now we are going to see about the second chapter, algebra. So here algebra is, here we are using algebra in order to solve the problem relating to partial fractions. In partial fractions, first we divide the denominator into two parts. So we can express the sum or difference of two fractions, that is 3 by x minus 1 and 2 by x minus 2 as a single fraction. Okay, that is here 3 by x minus 1 plus 2 by x minus 2 equal to 5x minus 8 by x minus 1 into x minus 2. That is, here they are expressing the sum of two terms into a single fractions. So the process of writing a single fraction as a sum or difference of two or more simpler fraction is called splitting up into partial fractions. So let us see the sum related to this partial fraction. Find the value of a and b if 1 by x square minus 1 equal to a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1. Listen here. Here x square minus 1 is splitted into two factor. One is x minus 1, another one is x plus 1. That is, for example, a square minus b square means we are getting a plus b, a minus b. Here also x square minus 1, that is x square minus 1 square it means. So x minus 1 and x plus 1. So if we, after splitting into two terms, we write it as a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1. In this sum, the question itself, it is splitted into two terms. Okay, so after that we are multiplying both the side by x minus 1 and x plus 1. That is, we are taking LCM. Okay, here if we multiply by x minus 1 and x plus 1, in left hand side we get 1, whereas in right hand side in the first element x minus 1 is there. Okay, therefore we multiply by x plus 1, or you may cross multiply a into x plus 1 and b into x minus 1. So this is the first equation we are getting, 1 equal to a into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 1. So after that we have to put x equal to 1. Listen, here the first element, that is a, is multiplied by x plus 1. So if we put minus 1 here, the element a becomes 0. If we put plus 1, the element b becomes 0. That is, we are giving the values minus 1 and plus 1 in order to find the value of a and b. Okay, so in first case they said it is given that x equal to 1 in 1. We get 1, that is a into 1 plus 1 we are getting 2, and b into 1 minus 1 it becomes 0. So 0 into b, 0. Therefore 2a equal to 1, whereas a equal to 1 by 2. Okay, likewise we put x equal to minus 1 means the a term is 0. That is, 1 equal to a into x minus 1 we are getting 0, plus b into minus 1 we are getting minus 2. So minus 2b equal to 1, whereas b equal to 1 by 2. So this is the way we have to find the value of a and b. So this sum is related to find the value of a and b. Okay, so if the question is given like this, that is, it is a 2 mark questions. The question is given like this. First you have to multiply by both the factor x minus 1 and x plus 1 in both the sides. Afterwards we are getting the fact a into x plus 1 and b into x minus 1 equation. So in that equation we substitute the values opposite to that constant, that is here a plus 1 is there, x plus 1 means you have to put minus 1 in order to get the value of b. If you put plus 1 means we are getting the value of a. So after that we are going to resolve into partial fraction, that is example 2.2, resolve into partial fraction. 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. So write the denominator into product of linear fraction. Here the denominator is x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, if you split into two factor we are getting x minus 2 and x minus 3. Okay, next you have to write the question 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Here we are getting two factors, so you have to write a by x minus 2 and plus b by x minus 3. If it is 3 factor means a by x minus 2, b by x minus 3. If one more factor like x minus 1 means plus c by x minus 1. Okay, so depending upon the number of factor we have to write a by or b or c by according to the number of factors we are getting. Okay, here we are getting only two factors, x minus 2 and x minus 3. So we have to split the equation into two parts, that is fraction into two parts, a by x minus 2 and plus b by x minus 2. Now again the same rule is followed. We have to multiply both the side by x minus 2 and x minus 3. If you multiply by x minus 2 and x minus 3, the x square minus 5x plus 6 is cancelled, because the factor of x square minus 5x plus 6 is x minus 2 and x minus 3. Okay, so in denominator also x square, x minus 2 and x minus 3, as well as numerator also x minus x 2 x minus 3 means it is cancelled. We are getting 7x minus 1 in the left side of the equation, whereas a into x minus 2 into x minus 3 divided by x minus 2 means x minus 2 is cancelled. So a into x minus 3 plus b into x minus 2, that is x minus 3 is cancelled, we are getting b into x minus 2. This is the second equation. Listen here a into x minus 3. So if you put plus 3 means the a factor is 0, that is the element a becomes 0. If you put plus 2 means that is b into x minus 2. So minus 2, my opposite to minus 2 is plus 2. So 2 minus 2, b factor becomes 0. So we have two values, one is x equal to 3 and another one is x equal to plus 2. So if you put x equal to 3 in equation 2, 7 3s are 21 minus 1 equal to a into 3 minus 3 it becomes 0 plus b into 3 minus 2 you are getting 1. Therefore b equal to 20. Likewise you have to put x equal to 2. So x equal to 2 means 7 into 2 14. 14 minus 1 we are getting 13. In right side 2 minus 3 we are getting minus 1. A into minus 1. B into 2 minus 2 we are getting 0. So b becomes 0. Therefore we get the values a equal to minus 30. Okay. Now substitute these values in the second equation. That is the second equation is in the first equation. The first equation becomes 7x minus 1 by x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to a by, here the value of a equal to minus 13. Therefore minus 13 by x minus 2 plus b by x minus 3. Therefore the value of b equal to 20 plus 20 by x minus 3. This is the way you have to find the partial fraction in order to solve the question 7x minus 1 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Listen here, you have to follow three rules. The first step is find the factor for the denominator. Okay, so if you find that factor for the denominator, then next you multiply the numerator by the same factor, that is x minus 2 and x minus 3. After multiplying you are getting one equation. Depending upon the equation, so the factors of the equation you have to give values to x. Okay, so the values to x, if you give some values to the x means sometimes the a values become 0, sometimes the b value becomes 0. So if b equal to 0 means you are getting the value of a. If a equal to 0 means you are getting the value of b. Okay, this is the way you have to solve the problem. Okay, so you have to follow these rules before solving the problem. Okay, the next one, 2.3, resolved into partial fraction. So here the fractions are, that is in denominator it is given that x square minus 4 and x plus 1. That is, the question is resolved into partial fraction x plus 4 divided by x square minus 4 into x plus 1. Here the denominator is x square minus 4 into x plus 1. So write the denominator into product of linear factor. So x square minus 4 becomes x square minus 2 square, that is a plus b, a minus b. You have to apply a plus b, a minus b for the term x square minus 4. That is x square minus 2 square become x plus 2 and x minus 2. Then one more factor is there, x plus 1. Listen here we are getting 3 factors in the denominator. So 3 factors mean a by the first factor, b by second factor, c by second factor. So write the question, therefore x plus 4 by x square minus 4 into x plus 1 equal to a by the first factor is x minus 2 plus b by the second factor x plus 2 plus c by the third factor x plus 1. Take it as a first equation. Now the second rule is multiply both the side by the factor you get. That is that we are getting the 3 factors. So we multiply by these 3 factors in both the side. Okay. So if you multiply by these factors in left hand side, you are getting x plus 4 equal to a into x minus 2 is cancelled. Therefore we are getting a into x plus 2 into x plus 1. In case of second term, x plus 2 is cancelled. Therefore we are getting b into x minus 2 into x plus 1. In c by x plus 1, x plus 1 already is there in denominator. If it comes in numerator, x plus 1 is cancelled. Therefore we are getting c into x minus 2 into x plus 2. So if you write 1 by 1, that is if you write the factor in the numerator and the denominator you are writing x minus 2 means it is cancelled. Okay, so you write one more steps here in order to find the values easily. Then now listen here, a into x plus 2. If you put x minus 2, the value of a becomes 0. Not only a, c also 0, because in c also x plus 2 term is there and a also x plus 2 term is there. So put x equal to minus 2, you are getting the a value and b value becomes 0, c value becomes 0. Therefore the value of b equal to 1 by 2. So write the values in both the side. That is, you have to put the value x equal to minus 2. In left hand side it is x plus 4 means the value of x equal to minus 2. Minus 2 plus 4 you are getting plus 2. In right hand side you are getting b into minus 4 into minus 1, you are getting 4b. 4b equal to 2, therefore b equal to 1 by 2. Now after getting the value of b, the next factor is x plus 1. Okay, then another one is x plus x minus 2. So if you put x equal to 2 in equation 2, we are getting 2 plus 4 equal to a into 4 plus 4 into 3 plus b and c becomes 0, because in b and c the values x minus 2 is there. So if you put plus 2, 2 minus 2 becomes 0, as well as in case of b also 2 minus 2 it becomes 0. Okay, so we are getting the value of a equal to 1 by 2. So we get the value a as well as b here. Okay, now the third factor x plus 1 is there, so you have to put value x equal to minus 1 in order to get the value c. Okay, so is a value and b value becomes 0, therefore c equal to minus 1. Now substitute these values, that is a equal to half, b equal to half and c equal to half in equation 1. Okay, you are getting the answer. After substituting the values of a, b and c in equation 1, we get x plus 4 by x square minus 4 into x plus 1 equal to 1 by 2, because here the value of a equal to 1 by 2 into x minus 2, value of b equal to 1 by 2 into x plus 1, value of c equal to minus 1, therefore minus 1 by x plus 1. Okay, so listen, the first you have to apply the 3 rules. That is, first one is you have to find the factor for the denominator. Okay, after finding the factor for the denominator, multiply both the side by the same denominator, the same factor you are getting. Okay, then take it as a equation 1. So in that equation you have to put the values, that is change the values x according to the factor. You are getting the value of a, b and c. Then apply the values of a, b and c in the equation 1. You are getting the answer for that question. Okay, now this is the one way of method. Then another method is, if the denominator contains linear fraction repeated n times. For example, here 9x plus 7 divided by x plus 4 into x plus 1 whole square. Here x plus 1 is repeated, that is repeated means it is two terms, x plus 1 as well as x plus 1 whole square. Okay, so if it is like this means you have to take the third term as x plus 1 whole square. Now we are going to see the example 2.4 in order to understand the method like this. Okay, so find the value of ABC if x by x minus 1 into x plus 1 whole square equal to a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1 plus c by x plus 1 whole square. Listen, in c term the power is given, that is x plus 1 whole square is given. The question is like this. In such a case you have to put, change the method. Okay, so that is the two values given here is, for example, the factor is same, that is a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1 plus c by x plus 1 square. The first rule is you have to multiply by these three factors in both the side. So you are getting a into x plus 1 whole square plus b into x minus 1 whole square plus c into x minus 1. This is the first equation. So in this equation you put x equal to 1 means, in such a case the b value and c value is cancelled. You are getting the value a equal to 1 by 4. Then x equal to minus 1 means a and b is 0 and the value of c equal to 1 by 2. So equating the constant term on both the sides of 1 we get. Here the numerator of the left hand side is x is there. Okay, there is no constant. So if you are equating constant means, in such a case you are getting the constant term in left hand side is 0. So here they are applying the equating the constant terms. If the question is like this, you have to do the methods like equating the constant on both the side. Then only you are getting answer for this. Okay, what is a constant? The number which is having no variable. That is, for example, 2x, it is not a constant, whereas 2 is a constant. 2x plus 2, in this constant term is 2. Okay, so likewise x plus 1 whole square means x square plus 2x plus 1. So here 1 is a constant. b into x minus 1 into x plus 1 means 1 into 1 minus 1. That minus 1 is a constant in b term. c into minus 1, we are getting c minus 1. That is, you have to multiply by all the values, that is a into x plus 1 whole square, b into x minus 1 into x plus 1, c into x minus 1 x minus 1. You are getting the constant term. After that you put the equation like this, a minus b minus c equal to 0. That is, in constant in a equal to 1, that is a. In constant in b equal to minus 1, that is b minus b. Likewise in third term the constant is minus 1 into c, you are getting minus c. Whereas in left hand side there is no constant, therefore it becomes 0. Therefore a minus b minus c equal to 0. Already we know the value of b and c. So substitute this value of a and c. We are getting the value of b equal to minus 1 by 4. Okay. After that you substitute this value. That is, the question is related to find ABC. Okay. They ask ABC means you stop there. That is, after finding the ABC, no need to continue the sum. No need to substitute the values in the question. Okay. Then next question 2.5. This is also the same model, resolved into partial fraction x plus 1 divided by x minus 2 whole square into x plus 3. Here x plus 1 x minus 2 whole square means it is x minus 2 into x minus 2 square. Then one more term is x plus 3. So a by x minus 2, b by x minus 2 square. If it is power term means you have take like this, that is x minus 2 whole power 1 as well as x minus 2 whole power 2. That is a by x minus 2 plus b by x minus 2 whole square plus c by x plus 3. This is the first equation. After that you have to multiply by these factors in both the side. You are getting the values x plus 1 equal to a into x minus 2 x into x plus 3 plus b into x plus 3 plus c into x minus 2 whole square. Take it as a second equation. Put the value x equal to 2 in equation 2. That is because the a into x minus 2 is there. So minus 2 becomes plus 2. Okay. If you put the value 2 here, 2 minus 2 becomes 0. Therefore, a value and c value becomes 0. Yeah, we are finding the value of b equal to 3 by 5. Then put value of x equal to minus 3 because b into x plus 3 is there. The opposite to 3 is negative term is minus 3. So we are getting minus 3 plus 1 equal to, that is a value and b value becomes 0. The value of c equal to minus 2 by 25. So equating now here the constant term is there. In left hand side constant term as well as x term is there. So we are going to the x square term. In last case, that is in above sum in 2.4, there is no constant term. Okay. So here also we substitute the constant term, that is 1 equal to, likewise also we have to do, or you may take the x square term also. Okay. You may follow both the methods. Okay. If it is x square means in left hand side it becomes 0. Okay. In right hand side a into x square, therefore a. In b term there is no x square term. In c again c plus c. So b c into x square, therefore a plus c equal to 0, a equal to minus c. Therefore a equal to, the value of c equal to minus 2 by 25. Therefore value of a equal to 2 by 25. Now substitute this value of a, b, c in equation 1. We are getting x plus 1 divided by x minus 2 whole square plus into x plus 3 equal to, the value of a equal to 2 by 25 into x minus 2 plus b equal to 3 by 5 into x minus 2 whole square plus minus c value of c equal to minus 2 by 25 into x plus 3. Okay. So you may take like this, that is you may put the value of take the value of the constant term or x square term or x term depending upon the sum. Okay. The next one, example 2.6. So this is the same model. Resolved into partial fraction 9 by x minus 1 into x plus 2 whole square. Okay. So here also the same rule is followed. Listen here, a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 2 into c by x plus 2 whole square. Okay. So multiply by the denominator. Denominator is x minus 1 into x plus 2 whole square. Both the sides we are getting 9 equal to a into x plus 2 whole square plus b into x minus 1 into x plus 2 plus c into x minus 1. Now the a term is x plus 2. X plus 2 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 2. So put value equal to minus 2. X value equal to minus 2 in equation 2. We are getting 9 equal to, that is a and b value becomes 0. 9 equal to c into minus 2 minus 1. We are getting c equal to minus 3 because 3c equal to 9 minus 3c equal to 9 means c equal to minus 3. After that go to the equation, x minus 1 is there, therefore put value of x equal to 1. So x equal to 1 means we are getting 9 equal to, that is b and c value becomes 0. 9a equal to 9, a equal to 1. Now in this question there is no x term as well as there is no square term. So it is easy to multiply by square term. So equating the square term in both the side, we are getting a plus b equal to 0. Therefore b equal to minus a. The value of b equal to, a equal to 1 means minus a means minus 1. Substituting the values a, b, c in 1, we get The answer 9 by x minus 1 into x plus 2 whole square equal to 1 by x minus 1 minus 1 by x plus 2 minus 3 by x plus 2 whole square. Okay. Now the denominator contains quadratic factor which cannot be factorized into linear factor. So if it cannot be factorized, means how can we solve the question? That is the next model we have to see here. 2.7. For example, here it is in the form of ax plus b divided by a square plus bx plus c. Okay. 2.7. We are going to see the model like this. Resolve into partial fraction. 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 into x square plus 1. Here in the last sum the question is x plus 1 whole square. Okay, here in factor itself it cannot be x square plus 1 means how can you solve? If it is x square minus 1 means we are getting x plus 1 and x minus 1. X square plus 1 we cannot divide it into linear fraction. So therefore we can go to the next method, that is x square plus 1 cannot be factorized into linear factor. Therefore take it as a by x minus 1 plus bx plus c by x square plus 1. In numerator you can add bx plus c by x square plus 1. Take it as a first equation. Remaining things are same here. Okay, that is you have to multiply by these factors in both the side in order to get the second equation as 2x plus 1 a equal to a into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into x minus 1. That is the second equation. Put x equal to 1 in equation 2, because here the value of x equal to 2 means we are getting b and c value is 0. So getting the value of a equal to 3 by 2. Then put x equal to 0. You are getting the value of c equal to 1 by 2. Equating the coefficient of the x square on both the sides of the 2, we get a plus b equal to 0 or b equal to minus a, then b equal to minus 3 by 2. Afterwards you have to substitute these values. So this is the another method. So nearly 4 method we see. The first method is relating to the simple fraction, that is the simple factor relating to a by x minus 1 plus b by x by 2. The next one is square term, that is x minus 2 whole square. Then next one we are going to see about that is the denominator contains quadratic factor which cannot be factorized in linear factor. In such a case we have to add bx plus c by x square plus 1. Okay. In afternoon sections we are going to see about this exercise sum. Okay. So for your September exam you have this second chapter. Okay. So do the sums regularly. Practice makes the man perfect. So practice well in order to score marks. Okay. So afternoon we are going to see about 2.1. Okay. Thank you students.